We are now on the record here for the 28th Circuit Court back in Veracity County, and we are taking up the case of people in the state of Michigan versus Dawn Marie Auger. This is file number 25-3626 FH. Here present in the courtroom at the defense table is the defendant, Ms. Auger, who is in pretrial custody at the time. Appearances from counsel.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Attorney Robert Ringstrom, the Assistant Prosecutor of Veracity County.
May it please court, Robert Champion, appearing on behalf of Dawn.
All right.
My life, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. All right. We're here today for a final pretrial conference. This is the last opportunity to address the case and determine if this is going to trial on the scheduled trial date. The current trial date is scheduled to begin on April 21st. Continuing on to April 22nd. That's interesting. It's interesting because I'm on vacation on the 22nd. So let's hope this is going to go through. All right. So I have here before me a signed pretrial agreement. I'm going to go over that, and then I'm going to ask the attorneys and Ms. Auger if that's how we're going to proceed. I'll go over the charges in a little bit. It looks like there were 4 previous ones. And this one is she's going to plead guilty to an added count 5 of possession of the controlled substance methamphetamine. And the original 4 counts and the second or subsequent drug enhancement will be dismissed. Is that correct, Mr. Ringstrom?
That is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Champion?
That is correct.
All right. And there is no part of the agreement that deals with sentencing. Is that correct?
There is no part that deals with sentencing.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Auger, have you heard what the attorneys just told me?
Yes,
Is that how you wish to resolve this file?
yes, sir.
The best you can, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the information and testimony you're about to provide shall be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. You can put your hand down. You are currently charged with 4 counts. Count 1 is a charge of delivery. It says deliver and possession with intent to deliver the controlled substance methamphetamine, which is a felony punishable by up to 20 years and or up to $25,000. Plus, there's a second or subsequent drug enhancement charge that could, within the discretion of the court, increase the maximum punishment from up to 20 to up to 40 years, and from up to $25,000 up to $40,000 or $50,000. That count will be dismissed. Count 2 is operating a motor vehicle without security, also known as insurance. That's a misdemeanor punishable by no more than a year and or not less than $200 nor more than $500 in fines and costs. That count is going to be dismissed. Count 3 is operating a vehicle while your license is suspended, denied, or revoked. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days and or up to $500 plus vehicle immobilization. That count will be dismissed. All that will happen if you enter a plea of guilty to, and I accept that plea, for possession of methamphetamine, which is a felony punishable by up to 10 years and or up to $15,000. So far, is that what you thought you were going to do today?
Yes, sir.
Now, before entering into this agreement, I see I have here a signed agreement here. I'm going to hold it up. On page 2, it appears to have your signature there on the left-hand side. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, did you talk to Mr. Champion about this agreement before you signed it?
Yes, I did.
Did he go over your choices with you?
Yes.
And did he go over the evidence against you and why it may or may not be a good idea to do this or go to trial, things like that?
Yes.
All right. And was he available to answer all your questions for you?
Yes, he was.
And are you satisfied with his advice? All right. Now, here comes the next question. Do you believe entering this plea, while maybe not the most fun thing you can do on a Monday morning, do you think it's in your best interest considering the evidence, which I don't know much about? Do you think it's in your best interest to take the plea?
Yes.
All right. Now, I also have another piece of paper here that I'm holding up that says advice of rights. It appears to have your signature again at the bottom. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you enter a plea of guilty today, and I accept that plea, you will not have a trial of any kind. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, this piece of paper lists all the rights that you would have if you didn't enter a plea of guilty. Now, did you read all the rights on this piece of paper?
Yes.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes.
And even more importantly, you understand if you enter a plea of guilty and I accept that plea, you'll be forever waiving these rights as they apply to this particular case.
Yes, sir.
Right. You also will be given up the right to claim that the plea today was a result of any promise, threat, or inducement not told to me on the record. Have there been any other promises, threats, inducements to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Are you entering the plea of your own free choice?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Champion has probably done a great job talking to you about the Michigan sentencing guidelines and trying to give you an idea as to what he thinks the sentence would be. Now, has he talked about the guidelines?
Somewhat.
The first thing I want to highlight is whatever he told you is an estimate, probably a pretty good estimate. He does a pretty good job with them, but we don't know exactly what they are. Plus, the guidelines are just that, an estimate. They aren't mandatory for me to follow. They are mandatory for me to use and consider, but the sentence is up to the court. Understand?
Yes.
Has anyone made any promises to you as to exactly what I would do for sentencing?
No, sir.
You still wish to enter the plea as we discussed?
Yes, sir.
As to count one, added count 5, possession of the controlled substance methamphetamine. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Before the court accepts that plea, I need you to tell me what it is that you did that makes you guilty of that offense. So, oh wait, I forgot to ask you a question before I take your plea. Back on July 12th of last year, were you on probation or parole?
No.
Were you on bond pending any felony charges anywhere?
No.
All right, now I'm going to take your plea. As to added count 5, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Before I can take that plea, I need you to tell me what you did that makes you guilty of that offense. Turn your attention back to that date again of July 12th of 2025 over or up in Forest Township here in Missaukee County. What happened?
I took a cup and handed it to a friend of mine.
You took a what?
A cup. I
Okay.
had drugs in the middle of it
Oh, okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for.
to her.
All right, and what drugs were inside this cup?
Methamphetamine.
Were they diluted into a liquid or were they just like a powder
They
or?
were in a bag.
All right, so there was a baggie that was inside the cup, and inside the baggie, there was some amount of methamphetamine.
Yeah, it was between 2 cups.
Oh, okay, so
2
you had like,
styrofoam cups.
did you know it was there?
No.
You didn't know the methamphetamine was there?
No. Not
Okay.
until later.
All right. Did you know where it came from?
Yes.
Where did it come from?
Sean wouldn't see.
So when you first obtained the cup, who gave the cup to you?
Sean.
And when you first obtained the cup from this guy, Sean, or person Sean, did you know that the methamphetamine was there between the 2 cups?
Yes.
Okay, so you at least at one time knew when you got it from Sean that it was there in between the 2 cups.
Yes.
Okay, and at that time, how did you know it was there?
Heather let me know.
That's the person you gave it to?
Yes.
But when you gave it to her, I thought you said you didn't know.
No, I did.
Oh, okay, I missed that part. I must have misheard you. Okay. Did you have, in your opinion, and how did you know it was there? You said, did somebody tell you?
Yeah, Heather and Sean told me that it was in there.
So before you gave it to Heather, somebody told you that there was methamphetamine between the 2 cups.
Yes, sir.
All right, and it was in some kind of baggie. Could you see it in the baggie?
No, it was in between her 2 cups.
Okay. All right, hold on. I got it. Did you ever see it in a baggie?
Yeah, when she took it out of her bra.
There we go. So could you actually see it within the baggie?
Yes.
The reason why I asked that question is because there could be, say, a residue that you can't see, and that wouldn't count. But you actually could see something in there, and that lets you know that what you actually possessed or did possess was methamphetamine. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
All right, great. And again, do you think you had any lawful right or reason to possess it?
No.
Mr. Ringstrom, do you believe she provided a factual basis?
We got there, Your Honor, yes.
Oh, thank you. And are you aware of any other promises for inducements?
I am not.
And do you believe that the course of compliance with Mr. Cole 6.302?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Champion?
The same, Your Honor. I believe there's a factual basis and the court has complied with court rules.
Fantastic. All right. Therefore, the defendant finds the defendant's, sorry, the court finds the defendant's plea today is made freely, knowingly, and voluntarily. The court further finds the testimony provided on the record today under oath by Ms. Auger satisfies the required elements. Therefore, The defendant is found guilty of added count 5 for possession of the controlled substance methamphetamine. Counts 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as the second subsequent controlled enhancement is hereby or will be dismissed. All right, Ms. Auger, we're going to be back in about 4 weeks for sentencing. Between now and then, an agent from the Department of Corrections is going to prepare a pre-sentence investigation report. That report will include a description of offense, description of the pretrial agreement, any statements or information you make or provide while it's being prepared, as well as make a scoring of the sentencing guidelines. Again, those guidelines are not mandatory. And it will include a recommendation as to the sentence. That also is not mandatory. It's merely that, a recommendation, as it is me who determines the sentence. Now, there are 3 steps that involve you in the preparation of this report. Number 1, you're going to get a packet from their office. You're ordered to complete it and turn it back in. Number 2, you're going to have an interview with an agent from their office, and you have the right to have your counsel present during that interview. And number 3, Mr. Jenkins is going to need to make sure that he knows where you're at so he can come and go over it with you prior to coming back to court. Each party has the right to make objections or request corrections to the report prior to sentencing. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any questions about that?
No.
All right. Thank you. I'm just going to turn Mr. Champion. Anything further?
No,
Okay. Anything further, Mr. Ringstrom?
No, Your Honor.
All right. We should be back here in about 4 weeks or so. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Court revokes bond, remands the defendant to the custody of the Missaukee County Jail pending any further motions or bond modifications presented to the court. Thank you. We are adjourned.